Hey everybody, Omni Griffin here, and welcome back to 7 Billion Humans. I do have a pretty strict half hour on this one, so multiplication table. Let's see if we can make it happen. Oh no, all my email and data on personal data go wiped. How does this keep happening? Now I need to recreate this multiplication table so I can look stuff up. Like if a sandwich contains 2 calories and I eat 400 sandwiches, how come I still want to eat more sandwiches? That's multiplication. Alright. So... interesting. So here's what I think we want to do. We want to step up, and if it's a wall, actually if above us is not a wall, step up and repeat. So this will step until they get to here. And then we are going to set memory 1 to what's on the floor beneath them. So we'll get 1 through 9. And then we will step down. So this prevents us from doing something clever like checking if above them. We could make it slightly faster that way, but either way, because we can't check for this blank. So there's step down. Okay. Okay, there's going to be a problem involved here. That's going to be really hard to deal with, but that's okay. Step down. If is a data cube, pick up, write memory 1, this is going to be slightly inefficient execution-wise, but this way, after they set, they're going to step here, and then they're going to keep checking. Then we can wait until there's a blank. That should work. They'll all end up right here with everything being 1 through 9. And then stuff gets a little dicey. Because then they're going to step left. If what's next to them, actually, if what's next to you doesn't equal a wall, you'll step left. And repeat. Actually, I think we want this here. So they'll go until they get a wall. If it is... if above you is empty, or actually, they're all going to have 1 through 9 stored in their memory. So we have them step left. If they hit a wall, you then step up. Or no, else if where you're at doesn't equal your memory, step up. So that way they're going to walk this way until they hit a wall. And then they're going to step up until... Oh, I can make this faster. Alright, so at this point, they should all be standing on their respective numbers. This is going to take a while, by the way. Oh, whoops. There we go. That's my bad. Whoops. Oh, whoops. I should have... Alright. If there does not equal wall... Okay, it does. So his memory is 1. Oh, whoopsie. That's why. Beautiful. No, that works really well. Alright, so now we've got them all here. So they're all going to step right. They're going to set memory 2 equal to memory 1. That stores a copy of their number. And then... so if that item is a data cube, they're going to set memory 2 equal to memory 1. They're going to set memory 3 equal to what's on the floor. And then... And they're going to set memory 4 to 0. Okay. Oh boy, I gotta sneeze again. Nope. Okay. Step right. So if where is a day cube? Okay. We are then going to set memory 4 equals 0. So 0 is where we're storing our answer. So we then calculate memory 4 equals memory 4 plus memory 3. Oh. Well, shit. Never mind. We don't have to do half this. That's dumb. I mean, it's fine. I'm okay with it. So if where it is a data cube, you're going to calculate memory 1 times what's on the floor. We're going to set that equal to memory 2. Then we're going to pick up where we are, write memory 2, drop. I think this works. Okay, so that works exactly as expected. Beautiful. we did not meet that. Nor did we meet that. But we have a valid solution, and that's worth something. Not much, but something. There's got to be a way to do this. Sorry about that. So this is the point in the puzzle where I sit here and go, what? Because how can we make this more efficient? And how can we make this faster? So I'm actually thinking about faster right now, because I like to think about faster first. Mostly because it's the one that generally makes more, it's easier for me. And also less instructions can sometimes be better. So everybody already has their numbers. There's a way to do this that makes a lot of sense. And I'm not sure what it is. So let's go ahead and reset this, because we don't have either solution. And I don't think modifying that solution is going to be good for us. So the problem is we can't... Oh, I know what we can do. Okay, so I think we're going to do step up. Or sorry, if above you is not a wall, step up. We're going to set memory 1 equal to 0. And now we'll do this. We're going to set memory 1 equal to where you are. Okay. Yeah. So where we are. We are then going to step down. We're going to set memory 2 equal to 0. And then we are going to do a loop. So we're going to step down. No, sorry, we need this. We need to step down. We can do some things, but basically we have to have this somewhere. It's either a step up here. Either way, we'll figure it out. So you step down. You calculate. Memory 2 equals memory 2 plus 1. And then you calculate memory 3 equals memory 1 times memory 2. Because we can just increment going up this way. And then we pick up where we are. We write memory 3 and we drop. And we repeat. And that seems to have worked. We're a little long on commands, and we're a little bit long on time. So here's the interesting question. If we step up here, So we store that. That way they only have to walk to here. And then we don't need this step down that was there. Unless we can write on the way up. Which we can totally do, actually, and is probably the optimal, or the optimizing setting. Oh, well, here we go. Okay, I figured out how we can do some stuff here. But I just want to see if this works. Oh, right. Wow, that many accidentally went down. I appreciate that they added that as a thing, but... Oh. That one. Okay, if where you are is nothing, or where you were is nothing. Whoops. Alright, there's a clever way to do this if. So if where you are is nothing, and where you were is nothing, or where you are is nothing, and where you're going is nothing. So basically if where you are and behind you is nothing, basically if there's two nothings in a row. Okay, that didn't work. It's because I can't structure these properly. There might be a way to do it, but... Oh, right. So if behind you is a wall, or behind you is nothing, basically we want to stop. Oh gosh, I need to actually write this out, which I can't show you, unfortunately. So the whole idea is if in front of us is a cube, if where we are is nothing, and behind us is a cube, we want to not step. So to keep this loop, we have to invert that. We want to do it when we do want to step. So if that and that and that, if we not that, we get, if in front of you is not a cube, or where you are is not nothing, or behind you is not a cube. So if you, so it's kind of transitive. If you put a not on everything, so we want if in front of you is a cube, and where you are is nothing, and behind you is a cube, which will only happen when they're standing right here, then don't stop. So if we wanted this to work, we would actually do this. But this is a bunch of extra steps. So if we instead invert this, so when you invert, all ands become ors, and these become not equals. And this should work. So we can check. So this person, is this not a data cube? Yes, so it's going to step forward. Is this not a data cube? Yes, so it's going to step forward. There we go. Beautiful. We're still over there, but that's close, and we're closer here. Alright, so the reason why... So what we're going to do is something dumb. This is the smart way to do this, but because we're building a table that has previous data, we don't need to do that. We don't need memory 2 at all, actually. So what we're actually going to do is we're going to set memory 2 equal to what is behind us times memory 1. No, not times, plus memory 1. Because here, so let's see if I can actually get this to work. So we're standing here. So behind us is being considered 0. Despite the fact that I kind of disagree with that, it's null, but, you know, we're working with a language that clearly can use nothing as 0. That plus memory 1, which is 9. Oh, whoops. Right, memory 2. I think this works just fine. Yep. Guess what? We used 10 commands, and we're just a little bit slow. Honestly, we can do this every single time we put a step. We save. So normally we check step, check step jump, check step jump. Now we don't know that all of these take the same amount of time. I'm guessing that they don't, but presuming that they do, a third of our actions are sent stepping. We know that we are stepping a whole bunch up. So yeah, we no longer are doing that, but we got under. And I could add more and it would get less, but it still works. Alright, so unfortunately I have a hard deadline today, so let's take a look at this. Maybe do a little bit, but I don't think we can finish this unless it's super easy. Welcome to my email inbox. Yes, each of those cubes on the floor represents one of my important emails. Your other boss said she would help me organize them. She very nicely made 10 folders for me down at the bottom, and she labeled them 0 to 9, and she said we need to sort my email into these 10 folders. For example, emails with the number 20. Okay, so we're looking at the 10s. Alright, do not pick up the labels 0 to 9 directly above each other, they will explode. Alright, so this is actually going to be pretty interesting. Yeah, the problem here is that we can't... Alright, so we've got like 5 minutes or so. But the key here, or at least as I see it, is that we're gonna have to divide by 10. So I'm curious what happens. So we're gonna step. I'm mostly looking at this guy. So we're actually gonna memory 1 equals that divided by 10. And I'm just gonna give a step down. just that we can see. So 0. Cool. That's good. It is using integers. So if you divide 52 by 10, you get 5.2, or 5 remainder 2. If you're thinking back to old long division, which, when dividing by 10 isn't as normal because we can very easily create tenths with decimal places. But if we were dividing by something weird, which we're not, but if we were, or in this case, we don't care about the remainder, we're going to use that remainder. So 10 divided into all these things will give us the number of tens, their tens place. And the ones, whatever's in the ones place, basically gets dropped off because we can only store integers in our memory, which means that we're going to store what we can and leave the rest. Which doesn't mean rounding, it doesn't mean anything, it means literally just chopping it off. So, the issue here is that we have only 5 people. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to say mem_run equals the nearest data cube. We're going to pick up memory 1. We're going to calculate memory 2 equal to memory 1 divided by 10. We are then going to step down. Sorry, if below us oh, this is going to cause a problem. We're going to pick up these. Okay. So yeah, the big problem that we're going to run into here is making sure that we pick everything up, because if we drop into... we need to not ever pick these up, which is going to be tough. Which means we need to come up with an efficient way for these people to walk through. We'll figure it out. We will figure it out. But not today, because I have to go. So I think what we're going to end up doing is we're going to have a step down. Here, actually, it's not worth it. We're going to step down. And then we are going to... if it doesn't equal a shredder, we're going to do some stuff. And then we're going to step down. We're going to do some shredder stuff. And we're going to figure some things out. We're probably just then going to step up. If that makes sense. I hope it does. Basically, we're going to walk down until we hit a cube. We're going to sort it properly. Then we're going to go up. And we're going to keep doing that. And eventually, this is going to get really sparse, and we're going to have to deal with the case where we have an empty column above what we're trying to do. And then we'll have to deal. Probably something like this. Maybe do it randomly. Either way, that's going to be it for this episode. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. I will see you next time. But until then, keep your gears turning.